Hi, welcome back to part 2 of my video where I'm discussing 8 things that I wish I knew about dealing with sciatica 1 year later. If you haven't seen the video, the link will be in the description, so please go ahead and watch that. But moving into the next point, and that's point number 5, and that's diet. It's important to remember that this is very much an issue of inflammation. Your disc is touching your nerve, and the enzyme on your disc is causing the nerve to be extremely irritated and basically be freaking out. So the objective here is to really try and do everything to decrease inflammation. And so when it comes to diet, I really found it very, very helpful to cut back on some key items. One being dairy, which is proven to be a major source of inflammation. Another one being red meat. With all the hormones that they pump into cows these days, it's been proven to be a major source of inflammation as well. Salt and the role that the impact that it has on your nervous system, as well as sugar. As mentioned, there's a lot of natural ingredients that can really help to decrease inflammation. Turmeric and ginger are 2 examples of natural anti-inflammatories that you can take in many different forms. Number 6, mental health. I want you to know that this is a situation where you will find yourself spending a lot of time by yourself on your back, staring at the ceiling and wondering when this is going to end. It's very, very easy to, get down and feel depressed, especially if you're somebody like myself who has a hard time relying on others doing things for me. Filling your time with positive activities is really important. When I look back, I watched a lot of videos at the beginning about the Donald Trump impeachment and way too many things that were way too negative, and found myself struggling with being on the verge of depression until I recognized that I needed to change what I was consuming, even though I was laying on my back. So exposing yourself, whether it's through reading or watching videos, or just the people that are around you, really trying to create a positive space. Support system is also really important. Making sure that you have people around you that are more than willing to pick up after you and to come and spend time with you in shifts. In my situation, my family had the unfortunate duty of emptying my pee bottle on a daily basis, which was really hard to lay back and watch. It can be really easy to fall into a place of self-pity and feeling like you're a burden to everyone around you. But remembering that this is not happening because of something that you did. This is temporary and this will pass, and that you'll have the opportunity to repay the favor. If you're lucky enough to be a man going through this, something as simple as a bottle to pee in could make a world of a difference. Not having to get up multiple times a day and put yourself through agonizing pain to get to the bathroom can make a really, really big difference. But once again, making sure that you have people around you that are more than willing to help and will allow you to spend the time and take the time to heal. Number 7, maintenance. When it's all said and done and you've mostly recovered from this injury, and you are getting back to life as you knew it, it's really, really important to remember that what's happened to your body will take years to fully recover from. Being mindful that every move you make will have implications on your spine. So the way in which you're lifting things, how you're putting your shoes on, the decisions that you make when it comes to being involved in certain sporting activities, and how much effort you put in will all matter in the end. Trying to engage in activities that don't load your spine. So things like basketball, where there's a lot of jumping and twisting involved, walking with heavy items for long periods of time, slouching on the couch, long car trips, and long airplane rides without getting up and stretching at least every 20 minutes. Those are all things that you want to avoid as much as possible. And conversely, trying to find ways to continually keep space between your vertebrae is going to be your life's mission from this point. Traction is the name of the game as far as maintenance goes. So I mentioned and demonstrated a lot of exercises in my first video, so I encourage you to go back and watch those. But doing whatever you can to keep your spine stretched, and remembering that just because you're feeling better doesn't mean that those exercises should ever stop. Important to remember that the mental impact of what's happened to you will be just as difficult as what's happened on a physical level. So please stay positive. The whole point of this video is to let you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel and that this is not permanent. I just returned from a 250-kilometer 2-day cycling trip that if you had told me I would partake in a year ago, I would have told you you're absolutely crazy. So I'm here to tell you that you will get over this, and with optimism and hope and diligence, you can get past this. So please take your health into your own hands. And while this is happening to you, and it's as difficult a thing as you may have ever experienced in your entire life, bear in mind that there are things that you can do to get through this challenging experience a little easier. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to leave any questions you may have in the comment section, and I'm wishing you all the best.